So just sit or lie down with your hands and feet not quite touching. And I want you to raise your eyeballs up and fixate on a spot between your eyebrows. And keep your eyes fixed on that spot and take 3 deep breaths. That's right. Every time you blink, powerful, wonderful, transformational hypnosis is coming upon you. And as you take your last deep breath, when you exhale, I want you to keep your eyes looking at the spot while simultaneously closing your eyelids down and just allow a drifting, calming sensation to flow over you. And now lower your chin towards your chest so that you have the same sensation as though you're looking over a balcony or down a set of stairs. Imagine you're looking down a flight of 10 steps. You are moving onto step 10 as each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step 9, going deeper into an awareness of yourself. You're taking step 8, going deeper with every sound you hear. You're taking step 7, and every noise and movement around you, even the sound of your own breathing, is flowing through you, causing you to relax even more. You're taking step 6, going deeper into an awareness of yourself. You're taking step 5, and you are halfway down now. Go deeper. You're taking step 4, as every muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper, deeper, deeper onto step 3 as you drift deeper and sink deeper into an awareness of yourself, taking you further into hypnosis. You're moving on to step 2, drifting deeper, and you're sinking deeper, moving on to step number 1, and just go deeper, drift deeper, sink deeper. As I click my fingers, you will go deeper, drift deeper, sink deeper, and deeper just means going deeper into an awareness of yourself. So just let yourself go deeper and even deeper still. Every day your brilliant mind motivates you, conditions you, programs you, absolutely compels you to become and remain calm. Each day, whenever you brush your teeth, you are grounded in the present, in the moment, enjoying every moment, free of overthinking. The most driving part of you, your subconscious mind, is ensuring that you always remember that embracing uncertainty and change leads to opportunity in the same way you embraced taking your first steps as a baby. You focus daily on this mental image of yourself, being the courageous, brave, and bold person that you are, and you can see yourself through the eyes of your most courageous, brave, and boldest version of you ever. You think these thoughts and you hear these words, you see these images, and you are drifting into a different state where you are remembering everything you need to remember and forgetting everything you need to forget. And now you are remembering that you are enough. And now you are remembering that you are enough. You have always been enough, and you will always be enough. You are developing a clear mental image where you see yourself only concerned about how you perceive yourself, unaffected by the external stimuli. You remember a time when you felt the calmest, the most still, and as you drift further and sink further into yourself, you can see yourself at a certain specific age, a place, and a time where you felt courageous, unafraid, and fully aligned with who you are. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, you remind yourself of this wonderful descriptive sentence. I have phenomenal coping skills. I have extraordinary coping skills. I have impressive coping skills. And as you remind yourself of that every day, it becomes true. Your mind learns by repetition. You are committed, determined, motivated, compelled driven to say to yourself every day, you have extraordinary coping skills. When you look in the mirror every day, you say you have impressive, amazing, phenomenal coping skills. And when you are out, you say these words, I have phenomenal coping skills. Whatever the world puts in front of me and whatever is in front of me, I cope because I have phenomenal coping skills. Because success is not about never failing. Success is about coping with everything life has to offer and believing in yourself. And every day you are developing the most wonderful, extraordinary life, affirming self-belief, self-confidence, and every day you go through life knowing that you are whole, you are safe, that you are grounded, and that you are a tree whose roots keep you sturdy, whilst able to bend with life without resisting life when it does not go the way you expect. But you bend just as the tree bends when storms happen, but its roots keep it connected deep in the ground. Every day you go through life radiating self-belief, self-confidence, and a great sense of internal strength. Patience with yourself, patience with others. You have patience with circumstances, and patience and resilience and inner fortitude. When pressure is applied to you, when pressure is applied to you, breathe. You breathe deeply from your navel, through your nose and out your nose, whilst keeping your mouth closed, knowing that this turns on your parasympathetic nervous system that slows down your heart rate and breathing, causing your mind to relax. And because of this, you take your time to make the right decision, weighing your emotional reactions on the scales of your wisdom and rationale. At the same time, your digestive system is stimulated and your abdominal muscles relax, which removes the knot you once experienced when you felt that thing which is now a far, vivid memory that no longer holds you back, but is just a quiet signal that serves to possibly draw your attention to something that may or may not be real. And each and every time you breathe, you experience a huge percentage reduction in anxiety. And so as you breathe out the first time, you experience a 20% reduction, and you breathe in a 20% increase of stillness, self-belief, stillness of mind. As you breathe out a second time, you breathe out another 20% reduction of anxiety, whilst breathing in a greater sensation of relaxation, a greater sensation of calm, and unshakable groundedness and rootedness. And you continue to breathe in and out. And after 5 breaths, anxiety leaves you entirely, completely. Every day you are able to interact with life and respond with inner confidence, able to tap in to the wisdom and the energy of your subconscious mind that already knows that you can cope with anything you are directing your life now. You are directing your life now, and you know that life can bring so many great things to you. And you feel warm and friendly, happy and self-contained. You are self-trusting. You are secure within yourself. You are at peace with yourself. People like you, but even more importantly, you like yourself. You are warm and friendly. You are secure within yourself. You radiate confidence. You find that you have extraordinary confidence to face anything life has to offer. And you recall when you were born, the first thing you did was to take a breath. You remember to take a breath whenever you are faced with a challenge. You take a breath whenever you want to say something. You take a breath. You think first, act second. You take a breath and oxygenated blood flows through your body. You breathe deeply. You breathe from the stomach, you breathe from your mouth, you breathe from your nose. And just breathing, taking deep breaths, allow you to feel so calm, so relaxed, so at ease, so focused. And as you take these deep breaths, you remind yourself of the truth. You can handle any situation life has to offer. You deserve the best life has to offer. And you speak and move with confidence. You speak with a steady, strong voice. People like you like yourself, you believe in yourself, you are secure, you are capable, you are self-assured, you are at peace, you are happy, you are confident. That the most important words that you will ever hear in your whole life are the words you say to yourself. The most important opinion about you is your opinion. You view and see yourself through your own eyes. Your inner self tells you how great, amazing, and whole you are. Every time you open your eyes, whenever self-doubt appears as a thought, your inner self shouts, I am amazing. I am beautiful inside and out. And my inner world is so rich, so powerful and comfortable that I am totally fine in my own company or in the company of others. My contentment with who I am, my worth and position in life only rests and relies on my estimation. Every day you feel at ease, you feel secure, full. Every day you feel at ease, you feel secure, full of peace. Every day you know with unshakable, unwavering conviction that you can handle any situation life has to offer, because you remember to breathe. You remember to breathe, and you believe in yourself. You like yourself. People like you because you like them. They like you because you like yourself. And every day as you listen to these words, what is happening is your brilliant mind is locking onto these words. My voice is going with you. My voice is becoming embedded in you. It is coding in you, programming into you the right words. As you listen to this recording every day, you are programming, conditioning, wiring, coding, motivating your mind to be calm. And you feel calmer every day. Every day you feel calm. Now, I want you to imagine that a drifting feeling is coming over you like a cool breeze that may well start in your eyes as you feel coolness emanating behind your eyes, and slowly, calmly, gradually making its way through your body as you feel each and every knot that you experience on account of anxiety begin to unravel. And you may just be able to see these knots untying as a shoelace unties when you're taking your shoes off. The knots in your eyebrow muscles, the knots in your cheeks and jaw begin to untie. The knots in your throat and neck begin to untie, and maybe your neck is becoming loose now and limp, and perhaps so too are your shoulders becoming limp, and your chest and your back and stomach and legs. As the last set of knots untie, wherever and whenever that occurs and happens, I want you to just imagine yourself wearing a coat. Now, this coat you are wearing is heavy, so heavy in fact that you experience tension when you place your arms into it, and it causes your walking pattern to change. It drags you down, your feet feel heavy, and your bones feel heavy. I want you to just imagine the kind of mental adjustment that you'd have to make to wear this coat, and feel how that adjustment would feel. And so here you are, walking down the street. The weather is cold, windy, and you notice it's starting to rain. One drop at a time, which is causing the coat to feel heavier and heavier. And if you can feel this, I just want you to nod your head. Now, as you are walking, feeling the cold wind, rain falling on your face, the skies are grey, it's dark, and your coat feels so heavy, it's windy and raining. And your coat feels so heavy that you are walking slowly, and life may feel heavy. Every building you walk by, you see people inside those buildings who look sad and gloomy and dark, just as the weather. And just as it seems as though life is unbearably heavy and dark, you notice a bright, illuminating, beaming, magnificent light out of a building, which you are slowly approaching. And now, every step you are taking closer to this building starts shedding and spilling light into your grey world little by little. Now your feet are starting to feel warm from the sheer heat and warmth of the light coming from this building. And now your legs and your thighs and your waist and torso are all starting to feel warmer, lighter in weight. And now you are standing outside this building, and perhaps, just perhaps, you are wondering to yourself, what's causing this warmth inside this building? And as you look inside this building, you realize it's a gathering of people whose faces are gleaming with light, beaming with joy, opulence, and collectively, their energy is drawing you inside, inviting you, without verbally saying it, of course, naturally. And as you look behind you, you see the old world, your old world, which you are totally familiar with, because maybe, just maybe, a part of you only knew this type of familiarity and wants to protect you from embracing a new way of feeling. Or maybe a part of you felt that it had deserved to be heavy, cold, weighed down by the emotions, or possibly it just wanted to prioritize you by keeping you in uncertainty to avoid overexposing your true self to new people, new places, and new events, etc. At any rate, whatever the case may be, now you can make that decision to transcend the old world, your old world, and step inside this building. So as you step inside the building, you notice your clothes changing from a grey colour to opulent colours, bright, magnificent colours of your liking and taste. As you begin to feel lighter in weight, your clothes are becoming dry, less heavier and weightless. Your mind is becoming free, clear, and letting go of things which you have no control over. You begin to remove your raincoat, and as each arm leaves the coat, so too does everything. Every thought, every emotion, every gesture, notion, and other people's opinions, what they do or don't do, starts to leave your mind and drops off you, just as your coat does, just as your raincoat does. You are about to shut the door behind you when you notice your old emotional world behind you shrinking, and you make a clear decision to leave the old raincoat of anxiety behind in the old grey shrinking world. And as you gently place the raincoat in the old world, the door closes and shrinks, and you start to feel an inner warmth with what you can only describe as contentment, calmness, stillness of your mind, love and joy, forgiveness, and knowing that whatever comes your way from life, that you are as firmly rooted as a tree, as wise as a fox, and as soft as a dove. And you can and will handle the uncertainty of life and look forward with excitement to the uncertainty of life, and embrace it. And embrace it, because during this trip to your inner world, you have been acquainted with all of your inner strength, your locus of control that forms your agency, which have you feeling and knowing that you've got this, because you do. And now, the people who you saw from outside the building come to you smiling at you, hugging you, embracing you. The people whose faces were gleaming and beaming start to embrace you, introducing themselves to you by name. And then all of a sudden you become aware, and you are becoming aware of something really weird, peculiar, and uncanny. And that is, they all have the same name as you. And as you start to see past their beautiful, gleaming faces, you become aware of something else profound and amazing. And that is, they all look exactly like you. And now perhaps you are starting to understand and understand that they are all parts and versions of your inner agency and strength, joy and your opulence and brilliance and peace and honesty and courage and forgiveness and your kindness, your wisdom, your humility, patience and your love, your focus, your quietness, calm stillness and self-respect. And as they hug and embrace you, all blend into one whole, complete person. Because you are whole, wonderfully complete, and full. So, when you are ready to leave, just follow my countdown. Or if you are listening to this before you sleep, then you can simply drift off into a beautiful, deep, wonderful, rejuvenating, repairing sleep and experience the most profound, loving and warm dreams. And when you awake, you will awake with a greater reduction of cortisol, a higher increase of vitamin D, vitamin B, serotonin, dopamine, neuropephrine, oxytocin, all being released into your bloodstream. So, on the count of 5, you're starting to feel the tingling sensations in your toes and fingers. On the count of 4, and you're becoming aware of the noises around you. On the count of 3 and 2, just take a deep breath from your abdomen through your nose and out your nose, and whilst keeping your mouth closed. And on the count of 1, open your eyes, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.